Carter is elected on a peace platform, but he brings in Zbigniew Brzezinski as National Security Advisor. Zbigniew Brzezinski is known to be a Russophobe, well known in his writings. Stansfield Turner, CIA Director, disparages the Team B findings, but Brzezinski advances their political agenda inside the White House. Brzezinski has a long reputation. He is a strange pick for advancing detente. Paul Warnke, in an interview that we did with him in 1993, referred to Brzezinski as a neoconservative, but a whole lot smarter.
I wouldn't quite agree with that.
Well,
I would never call him a neoconservative. He was hostile to the Soviet Union, yes, but not as a neocon.
Not as
In fact, today, Brzezinski is on the right side of just about every issue.
Today he is.
Yes. In fact, I had an exchange with him. Should I recount this?
Yes, please.
This was at the funeral ceremony or the reception for Sam Huntington. Brzezinski was there. I'd never met him before. And I went up to him and introduced myself, and I said, I agree with everything you're doing and saying, except for one thing. You gave an interview to the Nouvel Observateur some years back, saying that we sucked the Soviets into Afghanistan. I said, I have never heard or accepted that idea. And he said to me, you may have had your own perspective from the agency, but we had a different perspective from the White House. And he insisted that this was correct. And I still, that is obviously the way he felt about it, but I didn't get any whiff of that when I was Chief Near East South Asia at the time of the Afghan war against the Soviets.
There was Robert Gates, his book, From the Shadows, 1996, I believe, stated that the issues, he starts the section in his book by stating that it was early in 1979 when his staff began debating whether they should, quote, create a situation, or Russia's Vietnam, for the Soviets.
Well, as Brzezinski said, you have your perspective, and we had a different perspective from the White House. Now, as Chief Near East South Asia, we were not at the political level of U.S. decision-making, although we were in very close relationship with state, particularly during the Iran hostage crisis. I was in almost daily contact with Harold Saunders, who was my counterpart in the State Department. But that's still, it's not at the high political level of the White House. So I can accept what Brzezinski said, but it's the first time I'd heard of it, and I was surprised when I read it in the French magazine.
So you really think that he knew more than you ever were aware of, or being made aware of?
Yes, and what you say from the Gates book corroborates this.
Yeah.